You're gonna get paid at 10 a.m. every day, and that was always a great thing to look forward to. That 10 a.m. payday every day, like clockwork. You count on it, baby. You count on it. Get over here so you can see me better. What's up, side giggers? It's your girl T, tearing like Karen, but with a T. What's up, side giggers? It's your girl T, tearing like Karen, but with a T spelled just a little differently for those of you who don't know me. Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you coming through. If you are new, please hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you're returning, thank you so much. It's so great to see you again. So in today's video, finally, it's been long overdue. I just said I need to do it, which is talk about how I made over $10,000 in charging Bird scooters. $10,000 in 1 year of charging Bird electric scooters, baby. So this is not for the lazy. Did you hear what I said? This is not for the lazy. These are for the people who have a determination. These are for the people who want to get out of a struggle. These are for the people who want to save extra money to be able to get out of debt, take their kids on a vacation, buy a new vehicle or two. You see me, I'm actually celebrating. I'm actually in a 2007 Chevy Impala. Can't even talk because I'm so excited. I get giddy about it. Just last week, my wife and I was able to purchase our second vehicle from these side gigs, Bird and DoorDash. We were able to purchase our second vehicle in less than actually our third vehicle in less than a year. Our first car was Mac. It was a Buick, a black Buick. I'll try to find a picture of it. I hope I can find a picture of it. I mean, police would tell me that it sounded like a rocket ship. Then we were able to purchase Valerie Sebastian, which was a 2005 Jeep Liberty. Mac was a 1998. Yeah, he was a 1998 Buick Century. And then we were able to purchase Valerie Sebastian, which was our red Jeep Liberty 2005. And then just 2 weeks ago, not even 2 weeks ago, actually, we just made our first weekly payment on it. But we were able to purchase a 2007 Chevy Impala, which was super important to us. If you've been following us for some years, you know my wife and I are Raven. We had our 2012 Chevy Malibu repossessed in 2016. We were younger back when we just weren't making smart decisions. Finances were not intact, and you know, in combination with trying to go for a dream and understanding what that meant. So we lost that vehicle. Doing side gigs in Bird, you know, years later, having this opportunity present itself and being able to make over $10,000 and purchase 3 vehicles, pay 2 of them off, and have another one is just incredible. Hold on, I'm getting a DoorDash. Okay, so how did I do it? One thing I want to state, and I want to thank my wife, Raven Lachelle Murphy, because without her, it wouldn't have been $10,000. You want a tribe, you want a team. I had my wife helping me a lot, and I had other people that I would get to assist me in having this happen as well. This did not start off great. I started off only being able to get 3-4 scooters when I first started. I didn't know what I was doing. It was like riding a bike without training wheels, right? You're like, wait, what? How do I do this? How do I navigate this app? How do I find the map? How do I spot them? How do I locate them? What am I to do with this? What do I do? And so we were those people. We were those people we were out there looking like, what are we doing? Coming home, you know, spending an hour and a half, and coming home with maybe 3 scooters for the first week. But again, that determination that we had, knowing that, okay, it's just if we figure this. I mean, good gosh, we were debt collectors once upon a time, my wife and I. We were debt collectors, and if we could figure that out and hit go, I know we can figure out how to find some dang on Bird e-scooters, okay? So shout out to my wife, Raven. Also, my brother-in-law, Keon. Also, one of my friends, Whitney. Also, Ashton, my man, Ashton. Big help. Salute to you, man. And anybody else who was able to assist. Also, my neighbors, if y'all ever get a chance. We've said it before. We apologize for all the noise that we've made, but we appreciate y'all being patient with us as well. Y'all the real MVPs. So how did we climb from getting 3 scooters to 5 scooters to 8 scooters to 11 scooters to then 15, 17, and 20 scooters in a vehicle. How do we do it, and how do we make over $10,000 doing it? Here is how we did it. The first thing is your vehicle is important. It's important, but you might not have a vehicle that can haul 20 scooters. When you get out here, you're gonna see people that have pickup trucks. You're gonna see people that have Jeeps. And you're gonna see people who whip Buicks, smaller cars. You're gonna see people who ride a bike. You're gonna see people who literally stack, I'm gonna insert a picture, who literally stack the birds on top of one another and ride them through the city. And you might be in your little Corolla or your little Honda Accord or your little Hyundai Azera or your loud 1998 Buick. Okay, police telling you that your car sounds like a rocket ship. Or you may be out here with a pickup truck. The point is that everybody's got to start somewhere. And so we were just stacking as best as we could, trying to figure out when we did get the birds, how can we fit as many as we can into the vehicle that we have to work with. And that's going to be something that you have to think too and not get discouraged about it, because understanding that I can make this money, I can put in the work now, and I'll be able to purchase a vehicle that I can get more inventory into, more scooters into, and I can make more money from that. Or you could even do what I did one time. Use my profits, rented a U-Haul for 2 days on the weekend, and made over $691, almost $700 in one weekend. So the vehicle that you use to pick up your inventory, aka the scooters, and I say inventory because this is your inventory. This is going to be your side hustle, your side gig, your main job, whatever it is that you want to call it. This is going to be what you need. You need inventory in order to make the money. So your vehicle is important, but again, I don't want you to just get discouraged with what it is that you have to start with. If you live in an area and you can go walk, figure out, YouTube some videos and figure out how to stack those scooters. There's a guy downtown Cincinnati. He is amazing. That's all he does is stack the scooters on top of one another, and he makes like 200 a day. 200 a day, and he rides them to his house, takes one back and rides it, and then gets another bunch, takes them back into all day. That's what he does. So do not tell yourself that you can't do this because you don't have a pickup truck. Okay? Don't do that. You got this. This game is very simple. Like, I laugh sometimes at how much money I've made with this and how many things I was able to check off, how much debt I was able to pay off, how many bills I was able to pay on time, with having this extra money. So it's amazing. It's very simple if you don't make it complicated. Another thing you want to make sure that you have for your inventory are chargers. In order to get paid, the scooters must be at 95 to 100%. You need chargers to be able to charge them, obviously. When you sign up, Bird will send you 3 chargers. 3 chargers to get you started. Depending on how many you charge throughout the week, they may up you and send you more chargers. Okay, so that you can collect more scooters, you can put more on the charger. That's important. That's going to help you save your time. A bird at 0% is going to take up to 6 hours to charge. That's at 0%. So think about a bird at 50% is going to take about 3 hours. So the more chargers you have, the more inventory, the more birds you can store, the faster you can get them back out and nest them, which is when you release them, which is just taking them back to the spots that they need to go so that other people can ride them. So I started with 3 chargers, just like you will too. Now over time, when I wanted to start expanding and I started to get the hang of things and I was making more money, in order to cut down my time, take time out of the equation, what I did was I went on Facebook groups of other bird chargers and I paid for their used chargers. So some chargers that just stopped charging out completely for whatever reason, couldn't charge anymore, didn't want to charge anymore, whatever the case may be. Chargers who may have got deactivated for breaking rules, whatever the case may be. I was able to find used chargers and get them for very cheap without going online or Bird company itself and buying them for like 18 a piece. So, you're going to be using your own profits in this business. You want to cut them down, take time out of the equation, maximize your money. And if you don't have to spend a whole lot, don't. So I would just go buy them from people, go pick them up, and I would get 3 chargers for $20. One guy got 9 chargers for altogether. I paid $50. I got like 3 from him one day and then like 6 from him another day. So altogether it ended up being like 9 chargers. So I have a total of 17 chargers at my house. 17 chargers. That's all. I got a apartment. It's just me, my wife, my dog. So our apartment is little. We can store about, I think the most we've stored is like 50. So 17 chargers, I mean, that's just, and that was just excessive. That was just like me trying to get up there. It just, and that was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. But chargers. So go on Facebook groups and find people who used to be chargers or who just want to sell them for a quick buck, okay? And get your chargers that way. So that is another way how I was able to make over $10,000 charging bird scooters. Something else that is very, very crucial is the strategy that you have when you start putting your inventory, your birds into your home, your garage, leaving them in the car. I mean, Google this stuff. People do it all types of ways. I live in an apartment on the 2nd floor. My wife and I, we have a balcony that goes to the park, faces the parking lot. We would use the parking lot, back our car up, okay, and we would take the birds out and lift them up over the balcony. That's what worked for us. Some people leave them in the car and throw extension cords. I guess that would be fine if you have a house. Again, I live in an apartment, so I can't do that. Also, people have, ooh, it's raining. Let me roll these windows up. Okay, all right. Some people put them in their garage. I don't have a garage, okay? And I'm saying this because these were not obstacles for me. Would it have been great to have a garage? Sure. Would it have been easier? Sure. But I will tell you, I gained so much muscle. If you're looking to get healthy, and that was something that was important to me, I don't want to put my seatbelt on right now. That was important to me. So it was like, that's how I had to look at it. To get through, it was like, okay, I'm about to gain some serious muscle. And that's what happened. So if you live on the 3rd floor, if you live on the 2nd floor, if you live on the 1st floor, so what? Just take you're gonna get paid at 10 a.m. every day. And that was always a great thing to look forward to. That 10 a.m. payday every day, like clockwork. You count on it, baby. You count on it. It was waiting, no weekly, no bi-weekly, no semi-monthly, nothing like that. It was absolutely amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So the strategy that you want to have when you're keeping track on the birds, make sure you find a strategy that works for you. You want to check on them. Make sure you set an alarm in the middle of the night just to make sure that the percentages are at a good percentage. Make sure that you set your alarm to make sure that you get the birds in your vehicle on time so that you can nest them on time. Because 9:59 a.m. your time is it. Anything at 10:01, you're gonna get paid for it the very next day. Okay, so time is your biggest asset. Use it wisely. Don't be moping around. Sometimes I would get hung up because I was just moving too slow, needed to get my coffee, needed to make sure I had gas in the car. Do those things the night before so that you just take off. It's just straight making money. You don't have to stop and worry about those types of things. Only stop and going to get coffee on your way to nest. It just takes time. Gas. There's just some must things that you have to have in order to make this work. Now, I do have a vehicle. As I stated, there's a guy who stacks scooters. He doesn't have to use gas, which is amazing. He does not have to use his profits. $20 is what I'm going to use to invest into my business to make money with charging bird electric scooters. And it worked out great. I basically always had gas because, again, I didn't live too far. I was only using gas to go get the birds, bring them home, do another trip, bring them home, and nest them, and then that was it. So I would still have gas. So make sure that you set aside, understand that your profit, you're going to have to use some of that to invest back into your business, or you will not stay afloat. If you're only using $5 and spending up all your profits on junk food, or spending up all your profits on going to the movies or whatever, those things are great, right? But make sure that you're paying yourself. Please pay yourself and put back into your business to make sure that this is something that you can keep doing. As I stated again, this is so simple. It's nothing to it. It's not rocket science. I was a CD student in math, so there's none of that was needed. I just needed gas. I needed a vehicle. I needed determination. I needed to write my goals down, and I needed assistance. Like I said, my wife, my brother-in-law, my friends that helped me, the people that I paid. I appreciate you guys. Yes, again, that's a part of it. Invest back into your business, because there would be some days that I was just physically tired. And the best part about being your own boss is when you're physically tired, you've been going and going and going, and you just like, whew, I just want to stay in bed with my bae. And you can call somebody up and be like, hey, can I come get you? And you put the birds in my car because I'm just so tired. And you help nest them for me, and I'll get you 15, but I'll give you 15 bucks. I'll give you 20 bucks. I'll give you 50 bucks or whatever. Time is your biggest asset. So to those of you who helped me, I appreciate you. I can't think of anything else in the moment. If I get to editing and I think of more things, I will include more in this. But this was so long overdue. I needed to do this. And the time that I did make over the $10,000 was not long at all. I put the pedal to the metal May 6th, 2019 was when I decided to go full-time charging Bird electric scooters. I was making 120 a day, 150 a day. There's some I was making 250 a day. If you haven't seen the video where I actually show you and vlogged how I made $150 a day in one night charging Bird electric scooters, then you want to click the card right there. All right. Hey, it's me, your girl T, Taryn like Karen, but with a T spelled just a little differently for those of you who don't know me. Please make sure you're working on all your goals, all your dreams, and living life for the purpose, because that is the only thing that matters. Hit the subscribe button so that you get notified each and every time I make a new video. Make sure you hit the bell icon so that you get that notification, like boom, right in your face. And then hit the like button. Okay, let me know that you like this video. Let's get some engagement going, all right? And also, comment down below, what ways do you use to make money? What side gigs do you do? How do you make additional income other than your 9-to-5 job? I want to know. I want to know what it is that you do. All right, have a beast day. Peace. Like right now, I'm out door dashing and it's raining. Did you see it? I invested the other day. The other day when it was raining and I saw the weather, I said, you know what, let me get an umbrella. This was a $12 umbrella. I ain't never spent the $12.99 on an umbrella. I usually go to the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and get me a little umbrella just to last. But I said no, because when it rains, I need to make sure that I'm working, because with dashing, definitely people stay in, they want to order. So I got the Lewis and Clark umbrella. Invest back into your business.